And even if we all droids, I'm R2. My haters get lightsabers, salam through. I'm a beast on beast, just like Hans Wu. I mean Wookie, sorry, but I be tripping, yo.
Alright, what up? Y'all know who we are. Let's get this show started. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright.
I want to do it. Welcome back to another episode. This is the G2 podcast with M. Gonzalez and
Jay Gonzalez. Good job. What we gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk about some stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, so a Green Lantern animated movie came out a while ago, and I forgot all about it. So I gotta give some shout outs. Because first, my main man Dre told me about it. Shout out to Dre. He was like, yo, this Green Lantern-ish is crazy. You gotta check it out. It's like, alright, cool. And totally forgot for months and months. And then I was listening to the Unprofessionals podcast with my man Nestor and his co-host Mike. And Mike did this super fly breakdown on the movie. And I was like, man, I forgot about that. I definitely gotta watch it now. And so we watched it. I said, might as well wait till baby girl comes and we watch it together. So we did. We watched Green Lantern, Beware My Power. Beware of My Power?
Beware of My Power.
Yeah.
All right, I was wrong.
No of. Beware My Power. So it was cool. It's pretty much about John Stewart becoming a Green Lantern, training to be a Green Lantern, and learning on the go. He's traumatized. He's got PTSD from all the stuff with him being in the armed forces, the military, etc. And he's used to being on the battlefield. So the beginning of the movie is there's a lot of that involved. And you see them going through a lot of different parts of space and the universe throughout the movie. It's really cool. He goes from not wanting to have the ring and wanting nothing to do with this strange thing that sought him out to basically being the head Green Lantern and restarting the entire Green Lantern Corps. It is a really interesting journey. It does not drag, and there's a lot of different things going on. And there's a lot of different characters that you normally wouldn't see. So I thought it was really interesting. You get some backstory on Adam Strange.
Adam Strange.
I feel like that's the wrong name, even though I could see the guy in my head.
No, it's Adam Strange. You're right.
Yeah, you get some cool backstory on Adam Strange. And it's pretty fly. Well, yeah, you go. What you got?
I love the movie. I liked how they made Arrow's main guy, his main Green Lantern friend. I don't remember his name.
Green Arrow?
Oh! I mean Green Arrow. Sorry. How Green Arrow made, Green Arrow's main Green Lantern friend. I don't remember his name. Became like a Yellow Lantern who wanted revenge and was the top Yellow Lantern with all these rings.
You're talking about Hal Jordan?
Oh, Jordan. Isn't it Jordan? Hal Jordan? Is it Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan.
Oh, Hal Jordan. Sorry. And how he become like this Yellow Lantern who's above everybody else. Who wants to start over and make a new universe and end the war that the Yellow Lantern started and create this new universe. I thought that was cool. I liked how at the end him and John Stewart and Green Arrow became like friends, I guess. And how they went off and just did their own thing after he sent the rings away.
They went to go get some grub.
Yeah, they went to go get some grub. You know, after some good fight, you need some grub.
After a good fight, you need some grub.
I liked how at the beginning they didn't really trust him, like
Yep.
at all. They were like, "So he's dead," and they chose you. Okay, but that was the okay but moment for like 10 minutes. Thought it was cool. How John knew nothing about the ring, and yet was doing stuff people who have had the ring for years would have done. And I liked like how we saw him develop his powers. Um, yeah, my thoughts. Here you go. I tap it off to you.
Nah. Questions.
Huh?
So that was your first time seeing the Yellow Lanterns.
Yes.
And how did you feel about that?
I thought that was weird. I didn't know there was a Yellow Lantern group. But I did think it was cool to like know they existed and know that this guy who used to be this Green Lantern who trained Hal Jordan was this Yellow Lantern who then turned him into the top Yellow Lantern dog above the rest of them, which wasn't really what he was trying to do, but he did it anyways.
So,
Yes.
Sinestro, the leader of the Yellow Lantern Corps, used to be, before Hal Jordan became a Green Lantern, the top dog, the best Green Lantern ever. And then he trained Hal Jordan.
And then Hal became the best.
And then Hal became the best. And shortly after, Sinestro flipped and found out about the Yellow Power and Parallax. And he became a Yellow Lantern, the first Yellow Lantern, and started what they call the Sinestro Corps. And what he infected Hal Jordan with is called Parallax.
Oh.
It's in the movie they just showed like the little demon or whatever, the little alien bug. They call it a parasite, and the name of the parasite is Parallax. And so he becomes the living embodiment of Parallax. So he's got all these Green Lanterns because we find out that Parallax is trapped inside of the Green Lantern Corps, like its main power source. So because of that, some of the yellow was in all the rings, and so all the Green Lanterns are affected by the yellow. It's like the weakness. So that's why it was so hard for them to fight the Yellow Lanterns. And the yellow represents fear. So green is willpower, yellow is fear. Those are the two we see in this film. It's really interesting to me how they start the war. They start a war between the... No, not Themyscira.
Hot Girls, people, and...
Thanagarians. And...
Rannoch?
Right, Ranners or something. My God, this is
Ranagarians.
terrible. Anyway, so they start this war between Rann and Thanagar, and it's really interesting. That's pretty much what John Stewart gets thrown in the midst of. I thought it was really interesting that Sinestro, or Hal Jordan, really started this war. Well, Sinestro started it.
Hal wanted to finish it.
And then Hal took it to some wild next level. I thought that was interesting. Really great usage of all the characters. It was really cool seeing Hal with all the Green Lantern rings and kicking butt, and him deceiving everyone, including his ex-best friend, Oliver Queen / the Green Arrow. That was cool. And yeah, it's really interesting how we see these characters go from literally beefing and trying to knock each other's heads off. Couldn't talk there for a second. To, mutual respect, and even a little bit of kind of like flirting at the end of the movie between Hawk Girl and Jon Stewart.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was cool. Made me think about Justice League Unlimited, because they were a couple in Justice League Unlimited. You don't remember that? Yep. There's even a future.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
There's even a future episode where they have a kid. You don't remember that either? Damn, kid. You gotta watch Justice League Unlimited again. Maybe that needs to be one of our episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was cool, and I thought maybe that was a nod to the Justice League Unlimited days. But if it wasn't, that's okay too. But that's what it made me think of. Yeah, the stuff with Vixen and Martian Manhunter was cool too in the beginning, when he's like, take me somewhere where I can take this thing off and I can learn and get help. And it was like, I took him to Justice League headquarters up in the sky at the Watchtower. And then they're like, dude, who are you? And then
Vixen's the girl in the other.
Vixen is the girl in the yellow, yes. With the amulet that can embody and give her the power of different animals.
So Beast Boy.
Not Beast Boy. Beast Boy can transform into different animals. She just gets the strength or the ability of. So if she does like cheetah, she can run super fast. If she does elephant, she's heavy. This is also in Justice League Unlimited, by the way.
I need to watch it.
You need to definitely rewatch one of the best shows ever for superhero cartoon stuff, Justice League Unlimited. But yes, Vixen. And that's what she does in the fight scene. You see her use the amulet to use the ability of different animals. Yeah, I thought that was cool too. I don't really have a lot bad to say. This was really cool. I know the story already. They changed some things from the comics. The Parallax story is really, really big. Once again, shout out to Mike when he did his breakdown. He explained that. And I have to agree with him. I don't know why this was never on screen before. Parallax story was a huge story eons ago, like 20 years ago or something, maybe even before the 2000s. So for this to just now be on the screen, I'm confused. I'm happy to see it, even though they changed a lot of things. But I'm kind of confused as to why this is just now coming out, which Mike said, and I totally agree with. Like, even when I was listening to the breakdown that Mike was giving on his pod, on their pod, I was like, wow, they did Parallax now? Like, Parallax was a huge story arc way, way, way back. And they changed the way Jon Stewart's origin story was for this. That was okay. That didn't bother me. I thought it was interesting as well. I don't have a lot bad to say. I'm also not super excited because I knew it already and it was good, but I'm just, it wasn't anything new. As far as the main parts of the story, the delivery was different, and like the outcome was different in the sense that it was Jon Stewart who was the only Green Lantern, and Jon Stewart who's now restarting the Green Lantern Corps, which kind of makes him the top dog in a very quick time frame, which is kind of what they do with Kyle Rayner, if you know Green Lantern stuff. He becomes like the new young guy. They kind of did that with Jon Stewart instead, which I'm fine with. I'm really cool with it. I just think like it's like, why, if there's so much stuff that DC can do, why are we doing this now? Why are we doing that now?
Right.
Why are we doing Parallax now? So that's kind of what my question was, which again, Mike said it and I totally agree. So shrug. Yeah, if you're wondering why I don't sound super excited, that's why. It wasn't that it sucked. It was actually really good, but it's just, this is old news, like, not fake news, old news. So they remixed a really old story at this point. Uh, cool, but there's mad stuff DC could be doing. I will say I'm glad that for once there was no Batman or Superman. Because although I'm a Superman fan, I get really tired of everything being Batman and Superman. It's one of my biggest criticisms of DC. So that was a relief that even when he went to Justice League headquarters, they're like, oh, Batman, he's refusing again. He won't participate. He be doing his Batman thing. And Superman, he's off world handling some
Thank
stuff.
you. Why is there a Batman Day? We can talk about that another time, another day.
Yes. Yes, we can. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Any last thoughts? What was your favorite part?
How losing to Jon Stewart.
What was your least favorite part?
Them getting their butts kicked by Sinestro.
My least favorite part was Hal Jordan dying. I guess it had to happen, but I didn't like it. I didn't. And especially from Green Arrow, that was weird to me. I didn't like it. Not
Really?
because of the best friend thing, but just like he's kicking everybody's butts, and then Green Arrow kills him. It's weird.
You didn't like that he did?
I did not. Shrug. And so that's it. We tried to watch Batman and Superman, the Super Sons thing, but I guess it's too new. I couldn't find it online, not yet. So we'll try to get to that soon. And She-Hulk is almost done.
Thank you! I need it to be over with and done. Gone out the window.
As you can see, we've got a lot to say. So when She-Hulk is done, we'll be back to talk more about the She-Hulk of it all. In the meantime, in between time, we're out of here. We see y'all